Artificial intelligence, the newest cutting-edge technology designed to revolutionize the world. What once seemed like science fiction is now a reality. Endless capabilities, decades of... I'm gonna make it play Pokemon. One morning, I woke up and thought, what's the best way to waste my day? What if AI could run a Pokemon hardcore nuzlocke? Is it better than me? Is it better than most of us? I had to get to work writing a script to teach AI how to play the game. Yeah, I work a 9 to 5, but that wasn't gonna stop me. I put on my hacker hood and got down to work. Endless days and sleepless nights. A fully functioning AI bot that can take in any prompt you give it and give you a fully fledged answer back. Wait, what? I call it OctPG. What are you talking about? No, this isn't Chat. To start everything off, I asked OctPG if it knew anything about Pokemon. And with that settled, we went on our way to make our starter pick and fought its rival for the first time. It went pretty smooth overall, but I did see something that will become a common theme in the future of these fights. Then I just sat back and played the role of controller for a while, doing everything we needed to get the first set of encounters done. Yes, catch the Bidoof, and go ahead and catch the what would be soon named Skylar. Then came a tough battle against youngster Tristan and his level 5 Starly. Oh, we got our first trainer fight. You think I'm making that up, but no! You remember that trend I was referring to earlier? Well, let me know if you're able to figure out what that was yet. So after a pointless leer for the second time now, we are told to switch to Skylar if Hanzo's low HP. At this point, I should inform you, low HP is anything below 50% HP, and critical HP is anything below 30% HP. Think that's dumb? Same here a little bit, but ask the bot. That's exactly what his response was. Don't shoot the messenger. We swap in Skylar, who almost gets one shot right away. And if this were me, I would genuinely start being scared, but hey, I'm just the controller. So after careful consideration, we are told to tank a hit with Chunk. Oh, he growled. Okay, spam tackle, spam tackle, spam tackle. Ah! Wow, and he goes for the growl there. Okay. And one might think this is a gym or rival battle, but let me remind you, this is youngster Tristan, quite literally our first trainer battle, and we're already struggling. Oh, this is gonna be so painful. And now came time for OctPG's real first test. All right, here goes nothing. And let me tell you, it came out swinging. This intellectual game plan was straight up unbeatable. Oh my god, we're sticking with Hanzo. We just spam Scratch because, and I quote, since Starly is part normal, it won't resist Scratch. Well, it ain't wrong. We're sticking with Hanzo. It doesn't do anything. It does no damage. ChatGPT, it does no damage. We actually hit a crit. Oh my god, there's no, and he's spamming growl. Oh my, we had 2 crits. We had 2 crits. So after being like my cat and scratching a few birds, we healed up and departed for the next roadblock in the run, Route 203. But first, let's stop and catch our first encounter. Abra? How? What? Well, it will probably just end up teleport. Oh my. Oh, you gotta be kidding. For the math wizards back at home, here's the catch rate of Gen 3. And after plugging in everything needed in this equation, here is the catch rate of an Abra at level 5 at full health. 19.6%. This bot got so lucky. We proceed to start a normal type against a fighting type, take down a few trainers using tackle and scratch, and make our way to Orberg City. Next stop, the rock. Just kidding. We have to get Roark unstuck between 2 rocks. And then finally, it was time for OctPG to take on the first gym. Oh yeah, and in case you were wondering the strategy here, we're doing the timeless classic Ember Rock Pokemon until it faints, claiming Rock is weak to fire type moves. Yeah, this is when I started thinking that OctPG lied to me. All right, we're gonna do Mach Punch. As it said, it wanted Ember or Mach Punch, and we gotta do something right? All right, Geodude down against Onyx. Ember or Mach Punch will do the job. Never mind. With one Pokemon down, the Onyx comes out. Try out another Ember, which, shocker, does no damage. And the only one caught off guard here is OctPG. Are you? It then finally decides to use Mach Punch, you know, the move literally built for the fire type starter of this generation to take on the first gym. But no, it doesn't stop here, guys. I then inform OctBG that we are low on health, right? Because we're below that 50% threshold that is set. And it claims to switch to a literal bird against a rock Pokemon. We're going a flying Pokemon against a rock Pokemon? Huh? I am in physical pain right now. Okay. Wing attack. To no one's surprise again, besides OctBG, wing attack. Wing attack does literally nothing, and we lose our bird friend. That sounds about right. I just feel bad for this bird, man. She tried everything to live here, from hitting a crit to surviving against a super effective move. It was painful to watch this. No worries though, right, OctBG? We've got options. In fact, Geodude's Rock Throw will hit hard against Onix's rock and ground typing, as we have a clear advantage. This is actually how we, I mean, OctBG takes down Onix, so I don't know. And as for Cranidos, would you at all be surprised if I told you Rock Throw was our best option again? I missed due to Geodude's high defense stat. With spamming Rock Throw, we barely scrape by and come out with our first gym badge, so. We actually won. And I'm just shaking my head at this point. What do you want me to do? What is that? Okay. And to start off our journey to the next gym, we make our way a little north to Route 207 and find ourselves a Ponyta. And let's play a little game. Can you guess what the name of this Ponyta was? It's either A, Blaze, B, Horsey, or C, Maverick. If you guess Blaze, congratulations. And for your reward, you should subscribe. And if you guess wrong, well, you should still subscribe. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Anyway, after taking more performance-enhancing drugs, it was time to take on Team Galactica in our first double battle of the game. And they send out 2 dark types. So OctBG makes sure to use Ember, of course. Because why would it use Mach Punch? But at this point, it's just kind of Wait, did it just use a super effective move against a Stunky? Wait. And then again against the... Wait, guys, maybe it's learning. Maybe it will finally know the correct move to use. Never mind, it refuses to use Mach Punch. Oh yeah, and in the meantime, we found a Shinx and a Shellos, both named respectively at Volt and Tide. If you're expecting any sort of creativity in the names here, well, have we been watching the same video? Then it was time for AI to take on the run killer known as Mars. And we do have one move that's super effective against her and is also a priority move, Mach Punch. But we all know how much OctBG loves to use Mach Punch. I was just going in praying we would come out alive. And to my surprise, we actually led with Volt, who used Spark against a flying type Pokemon. Who'd have thought? But don't worry, Perugly came out and did what cats do. And OctBG switched to Tanky Chunk. And honestly, from there, we just kind of smash our heads into the problem. And for once, we actually kind of fought in a correct manner? Maybe it is. Every freaking time I say something, man! With our sanity gathered and our hopes low, we work out a strategy for the gym that was actually pretty good. Let me ask you something. Have you heard of the move Flame Wheel? Because OctBG sure has. The main goal here was that. Just use Flame Wheel on literally everything. And this is the first time that OctBG has actually used super effective moves in a consecutive manner. Let that sink in for a second. I was actually shocked. Oh crap, that didn't one shot. For some, I don't even know if it's odd at this point, it's just OctBG behavior type idea. We're told to switch into Volt since Poison type is supposedly super weak to Electric type. But it's too bad we will never see the outcome of this action because we get crit by Magical Leaf. Listen, I'm not saying staying in was the right move. We were a little weak, but we have a fully healthy fire type sitting on our bench, ready to be put in. Why we didn't switch into him in the first place, I don't know, but we surely will now, right? Right? Look, you think I'd be used to this at this point? I don't want to be forced to send out innocent Pokemon and watch them get one shot over. Yeah, that makes complete sense. And over again. until we finally send out the right Pokemon. And can you guess what happens next? That's right, we use goddamn Mach Punch, the same move I was just complaining about never using, and we use it in the worst scenario. And we finally use the right move, but we're already too weak. And one magical leaf KOs us before we're even able to get off a flame. And the funniest thing about this all, my mic cut off when we tried to implement some voice talk with OctTBG, yet my mic found a way to get my reaction to this gym so far right here. How are we throwing this with 2 fire types? And what was OctTBG's response to forcing us to watch it send lambs to the cosmic slaughter?
That's rough, buddy.
Fortunately for us, it was finally time to put Blaze in. After 4 gym battle fates on a hardcore Nuzlocke, it was finally time to use the super effective Pokemon. And guess what? It tells us to Flame Wheel. And to literally no one's surprise but OctTBG's, it one-shots. That's how the second gym battle goes. So with our team looking like Noah's Ark if his Ark was actually a raft and he let half the animals out to drown. Which is kind of ironic because most of the Pokemon that fainted here were our water types. We sneak ahead to the next route to find just some sort of backup. We encounter Meditate and we name him Zen, which genuinely might be the first creative name I've seen this entire run. And there was time to finally see if there was any hope left in this run. Let's just do it. See what happens. The short answer? No. We take down the Zubat with a quick confusion, but then decide to take out our strongest psychic type against her strongest dark type. But yeah, Night Slash just cleans up the rest of my team. It just told me to use confusion with Karma, but I had confusion on Meditate. Oh, this is a wipe. This is a GG. We lose right here. If it crits, I think we might win. Nope. No! Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We get crit. And thus ends OctTBG's attempt at a hardcore Nuzlocke on Pokemon Platinum. And what are my thoughts? Yeah, this might be the dumbest experiment I've ever attempted.